set to run in there quick without taking these. I just don't want these to lose these, you know what I mean? I want to keep them on the uniform. So that's why I asked for two. Like I said, I'm not opposed to giving that back, and if they do a card or whatever, we just purchase one. Didn't think they were that expensive.
No, I think that, to me anyhow, really makes sense to have two.
I was thinking $15 or $20 a pop, so it's.
But I mean, if she can program the cards, we don't really need anything else, do we?
Right.
So,
We'll check with Janine first and then check with IPS.
I mean, I get like Steve wants to, or any of them should be able to get to come to my office if I'm here. Or my liaison wants to come in and see me. Especially on a
Yeah.
Friday when there's nobody else here, you know. Or, I mean, the offices are all locked, so it's not like they can go anywhere else. If I'm not here, my office is locked too, so.
Well, I know personally, if I wanted to talk to you, I'd call you first, and if I wanted to talk to you, I'd call you first. So I see both sides of it here. But I wouldn't just ever pop in unannounced to see you and have either one of you, but again, I see both sides. So,
Well, technically you are our bosses.
What do you want to say?
So where does it stand then? Does it need a vote, or are you gonna just call the tech or Janae and get two more?
I guess I'll need you guys to tell me that. So I can ask Janae to reprogram the council cards for all access, if that's what you would like. If you would rather have a fob, I can call IPS and ask. I think we have to order them in packs of 10.
25.
Oh, packs of 25.
Well,
For how
if
much?
we can start with reprogramming, you have a card, right, with one like this.
That's in my-
So if Janine can reprogram, it'll give us access to administration and all of it.
Yeah, I agree with
Save some money that way first.
Look at cards. Okay.
Does that sound okay?
So I will do that tomorrow. I'll ask her if she can do it.
Let's do a motion, let's make sure we've got it on minutes, okay? Do I have a motion to approve?
We'll make that motion too.
I have a motion, this is second.
Second.
I have a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Any other unfinished business to be brought forward? Any old business?
Can I go back and ask one question?
Sure.
Just for curiosity, if Janae can reprogram the cards, what's the difference with the fob or the cards?
I think that our initial decision was made to have the fobs be all access so we could see easily. Like if somebody walked in with a fob,
You knew they had all that.
yeah, and it's like, why does this person have a fob, you know? Because if the cards, we don't know if cards are being shared, you know, we don't know if somebody has a council person's card that shouldn't, you know? Do you know what I'm saying? If they have a card that they should only be able to get into the fire department, but they have someone else's card and they're getting in everywhere. So our initial thing was just a visual to see, yeah, that's a council member and they have every right to be everywhere. Does that make sense?
Yes, but, well, when I say yes and then a but, it's, outside of money, I guess I still don't understand what, if we have a fob compared to the card for the console, does the fob have access then to everything?
Because we programmed, because they were programmed that way, yes.
Yeah, and I agree with April, I don't need to.
And we were given so many, so they,
Yeah, we were given 10.
yeah, all.
Is there an extra charge then if you ordered the fobs compared to reprogramming?
You have to order 25, and it's
$175.
They're a lot smaller and easier to use.
Yeah, that'd be a,
I mean,
would you rather have a fob like this hanging? I mean, I don't know, they're really easy to lose. I have mine hanging
I
here.
actually like the card.
Card might be much better.
I like the card too, because that.
yeah, and if you can reprogram it, then it,
Thank you.
But I think the system also recognizes each card's got a number.
Mm-hmm.
So even if she gave her card to someone, he came in or they came in,
We would think it was.
we would think
Right,
it was
then you would
her.
know it's in somebody
But
else's
at least we
hands,
wouldn't know it was any of the rest of them. You know?
Right.
We know where to go to.
because it's affiliated.
so
Yeah,
if you
there's
guys, you guys have a
backup
log, right, where you can,
Oh,
Yeah. It was just for like if we are in the office and we see someone walking in,
right,
you know, it's like, where'd you get that? Because that's happened with the keys.
Mhm.
absolutely.
So, I mean, it's the point of this whole thing.
Moving on, new business.
Does someone besides me want to give an update on the disaster response and recovery meeting that we were attended yesterday?
I think Pat would.
I saw your card here.
You did it.
I thought I missed a meeting or something.
So I can, so basically we went to this training, Pat, I, Bruce and Tammy, and it was about natural disaster program, getting a program together for cities. Some cities didn't even have a program, we do. We have I think 2012 we figured was the last one. So we got a lot of information from initiative foundations. There was Morrison County, Todd County, Wadena County, and Otter Tail, I think were there. Their emergency managers were there, and so they, gave us their spiel about what we should and shouldn't do. They all kind of do the same thing, so it was nice. It was kind of a one-on-one class. Kind of gave us some perspective where we need to go and what we need to update on and how we need to get it's required by the state. We do have to have a plan in place, but we need to update it. So
So we
training,
do
we
have
took
a
our-
plan.
yeah.
It's just.
we just need to update it and, there's some new fresh ideas they gave us. So hopefully at some point we should probably make a committee and kind of start working on it. Maybe
Do you know offhand what is our current plan?
our current plan, we have the plan. We just,
Like, where is it?
On the computer.
No, I mean, like, where does the person go in this town if something were to happen, if there was a disaster?
This
Well-
is more response stuff. It's like
Oh.
Who's the overall, the media point, who's overseeing everything, who's, like, when Royal or Randall flooded, what was your role?
Sure.
Emergency management director versus public works versus police, black box, fire department, what's your role?
And that hasn't been revised since 2012?
right.
I do believe part of that plan is a safe
Right.
place to go.
We have
That was kind of my question, because I know, like, certain cities have refuges for tornado shelters and so on and so forth,
It is at the school, which no longer can be.
Right.
No longer can be.
so that's kind of a concern.
If we're gonna update the plan, maybe we should decide on the committee now, so the committee can then schedule a meeting to get started on it. So,
after the first of the year or something, Candy's got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Is this coinciding with the 10:30 in the morning comprehensive plan?
No,
No?
This is like if a tornado came or a train got derailed, or there's some hazard and some disaster.
Okay.
It's basically how we respond to those disasters, like have a plan together, like,
what's your role? in-
right, like the mayor is always the, disaster, what would you say it? There's a name for it, but I don't remember.
I don't know.
But anyways, he's the head of it, basically, he can delegate things down. And then, of course, you got public safety, which would be Bruce, would be the highway, and then fire department. You just have to, it's kind of, it's almost like a big game, but it all boils down to, it has to, all the information and everything that happens has to come back to the guy in charge. So that way you can make good decisions, and like if we need water, he can delegate, say, or, fire department says, hey, we need people with water. He can delegate somebody to go get water. Stuff like that. It's just it's kind of a plan that is it to respond to a disaster. Thank God we've never had one. I think train derailment was the last one I know we had many years ago.
But we need to be prepared.
But
pretty
it could
quickly.
happen. It could be a tornado. It could be a lot of things.
And as far as a tornado is concerned, really the only refuge in this town would be one of the industrial plants. I mean, we'd have to know what where their tornado shelters are. And they, I don't know, is Murray still run 24 hours a day? I know it's right at this.
I think everybody in most businesses have to have their own plan. We're not responsible for that. We're responsible.
Right.
There's
So
a
that
few, like trailer parks that don't have any right now that we need to probably look at and get
That's-
involved in.
That's what I mean. So like if people did want a place to go, because this building really isn't safe.
So
So,
when you got all your first, let's say we had set up our incident command in here, do you
Mhm.
want people to be coming in and fire trucks going out and coming,
or just have a designated place, say, let's just try it, for example. Where do they go for their tornado drills, and just maybe have an agreement with them that how they can go there to be siren go off or something. I don't know, I think we should have something. It's just speculation, but, because without the school there, and the school hasn't been there for how long, and we don't have a backup plan for a tornado. I know it's kind of off the subject, but, I think that should be part of the top whenever this committee forms.
You definitely want something close, you do not get off in your car and drive 10 blocks, there's a tornado.
Yeah.
You gotta have something within your
Yeah,
close.
it's true.
But another aspect of it is just, we have a list of resources in there, so we don't have to go looking up, who we call for this, you can look at, this is number, we need extra dozers, we call this guy, here's his rate.
extra generators,
Sure.
all stuff like that. Just
Mhm.
kind of get it all on paper.
So we'll spin that committee.
And so do we want to set the committee up now, or
I think we can, there's nothing wrong with setting it up, we have it then, start whenever.
because I think I'm looking at 3 of the committee members.
Or you
And,
were there too.
4 of us, and if the fire chief has time, we should include him. Because in a disaster, I think the 5 of us are who's going to end up.
You're absolutely correct on that.
And we have just decide when we want to meet to get started and get it going.
Do we need a motion for the committee, or do we just form a committee?
I don't think we need a motion.
Any that's,
It's just an agreement, that's what we did for the community outreach program. We didn't have
I
a
think you were
motion.
hiring something for the city, it'd be different, but I
Yeah.
think for this is probably what I do.
Okay. Any other new business? Very good. Moving on. Public forum. Anybody from the public like to address the council?
You're doing a mighty fine job.
Thanks, Gary.
I was gonna say, Gary.
Excuse my interpretation.
You were all doing a fine job. Oh, a mighty fine job.
Mighty fine.
Well, thank you, member of the public. We appreciate you and your time.
How is your arm?
It's getting there. Yeah. Thank you.
Next item, council forum. Anybody on the council have anything? Any comments, concerns? Anything?
Maybe just a shout out and thank you to all our staff who helped with the election judges. I know it's a busy day,
A
long day, so thank you.
It was a busy day and it was a long day, but it wasn't so bad because I was impressed with how many people showed up to vote, and we registered 52 voters that day, so.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
registrations.
Yep. We didn't really have much of a lull until like around 7 o'clock.
Okay, moving on, we have upcoming meetings and important dates. There's public hearing, amending land use ordinance on Monday, November 18th at 4 p.m. at City Hall. There's a planning and zoning meeting on Monday, November 18th, 4 p.m. at City Hall. Comprehensive plan kickoff planning meeting is Tuesday, November 19th, 10:30 a.m. at City Hall. And then the regular council meeting, Monday, November 25th, at 3 p.m. at City Hall.
Got it.
Before we adjourn for Chief Yoder's review, could I just get the council's signatures on these two? Take a shot and try to gather you around